bring up the thing now.
Oh, you meant this thing. Silly me. I'll edit that out later. No, I won't. Everybody, this is John.
This nerd leader.
And dirtBound, because we are bound for the dirt. And it's down to the min.
So, I know you were talking about filters earlier.
Yeah.
What do you prefer when it comes to filters for stuff like this? Like, kind of the edge smoothing, stuff like that? Do you prefer the just raw look? Do you prefer, like, when they put a fake CRTV look over it? Like, kind of cutting some of the stuff out the way the old TVs used to cut out some of it just by their nature?
Yeah, okay, well, here's what I have to say to the CRT filters out there, is that when you were a kid, you did not see the scan lines. That's not how CRTs worked, you know? So when people tell me that they have to play games with, like, CRT filters on, I shake my head and just think, man, humanity has just failed me again. But
To be fair, some of us sat very close to the television.
yes. But when it comes to, like, filters on, like, these emulators that we're using, I will use ones to smooth out the lines. That's generally all I do.
Good. How do you tend to feel about games that, like... I'm not talking about Silent Hill specifically, but I'm using it as an example. Like, Silent Hill 2, to make it look more like the PlayStation 1 game and to give it that grainy film look,
Yeah.
it has a filter over it that you can take off the New Game Plus. And a lot of retro games will come with some kind of CRTV filter on.
Yeah.
You gotta go find it in the menu and turn off if you want to see just the way it looks. And how do you feel about that kind of stuff? Like, not necessarily games that were that way, but games that are made to look that way.
Well, I guess if that's something that you're into and that you like, and
Okay, but maybe the more question is, do you tend to turn those off or leave them on?
no, there has only been one game that I have modded to turn its filter off, and that's Fallout New Vegas.
So not 3, just New Vegas.
I have, well, okay, yeah, I think I have done it for 3 as well.
It's funny how funky and odd, like disturbingly normal looking it suddenly looks when you have that filter on. You know what I mean? It's like I don't even notice it in 3 until people point it out, but I've seen it without it, and it's like, wow. It's almost more noticeable than the filter is somehow.
New Vegas is a much better looking game without the yellow filter all over the entire screen.
You know, it's funny because, and I'm not saying I'm never like, about the dirt-colored era, but I know some games try to bring it back, like other nostalgic things, like heavy use of black and red for, you know, the boomer shooter stuff, but like, if you remember, do you remember what the brown era was a response to and what it felt better than at the time?
What's that?
Do you remember the excessive bloom era? When everything had like 2 auras and all particle effects had auras and everything was so bright you couldn't see it.
I do not miss brown and bloom.
Like you talk about separate eras? Or
No, okay.
At that time period
That
when
time
everything
period.
yeah, say when everything was brown. It bloomed! Yeah, no, I remember that.
Thank you, Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm not someone that hates Call of Duty, but even I could see where it was influencing the industry.
Yeah.
Everything had to have an online. Everything had to be first-person shooting. And
But, you know, one of the things I think that I really saw come from that, because, of course, such things existed in the past, but is how it made it to where all multiplayer had to be some form of versus. as opposed to cooperative. You know what I mean? I think there's a few games that have like versus stuff that I'm like, oh, why is there cooperative? You know.
Well, that okay. Dark Watch. Dark Watch. I can't remember which one it was on. Maybe it was one port of the game had a cooperative mode. The other port had a competitive mode.
Ah, okay. Yeah, but you couldn't have both.
Yeah, but you couldn't have both. I want to say it was the PS2 version had the cooperative mode, and the Xbox had the competitive mode.
That sounds right.
Man, 25 hit points. Fuck yeah, Jeff. Good boy. And all of this so I can, go in and wreck them all.
You know, I've come across a few of the points that were that last time I ran through the game. But I've actually been, part of the reason I've been labeling my recent streams so heavy on grinding is I've been trying to avoid basically what you're coming across here is any of the situations where it's like, well, you can get to the dungeon, but you can't beat the boss, or you can't even get to the dungeon type stuff.
Yeah.
Something I plan to do is replicate what happened the first time I went through the game, and when I get the ship, I'm going to go to an island with equipment on it and monsters that are higher level than you're supposed to be dealing with next, and get the stuff there.
Man.
Cornering drunk old men in alleys.
Well, I was just sitting here thinking, like, as hard as they're hitting, I really should not have any issues with, like, getting through them all. But,
It was more how hard you were getting hit, wasn't it?
well, I just kept getting slammed with, like, effects that just wouldn't wear off.
No.
And that's just,
I guess I forgot the guitars were straight up putting you to sleep, weren't they?
yeah.
Is there a stat, even if it's just your level, that affects the persistence of negative status effects?
Probably. Again, I am not, like, overly acquainted with, like, the back-end mathematics here.
Yeah. You know, I can't remember what it was. Like, one of your stats, I feel like it's spirit or something like that. Maybe it's one of your stats in Final Fantasy 9, or not 9. Yeah, 9. Is like a double-edged sword because, like, I want to say for a few things, it's just straight improvements, but it also makes, like, some status effects worse on you and you're more vulnerable to certain things the higher it is, and I can't remember which one it is. I feel like it's the one that makes you heal more with like regeneration, but it also makes you like take more damage from poison or something like that, stuff like that. I think it affects like getting hit with some kinds of other status effects. I can't remember if it's instant death or not. You know, it's funny because I know its presentation is better than received than some of the other ones at the time, but I find 9 one of the ones that's kind of hard to go back to, simply because I feel like there's almost a harder juxtaposition between the way it presents its story and what it actually wants you to do as far as like obtaining items and skills and stuff.
No, it's the game that you can either 100% or speedrun, but good luck doing both.
Yeah. I have considered trying to do a practically 100% speedrun while making it there in time. There's not as much as you might think that you could miss, although it would take a few attempts, I'm sure. Of course, that game has a lot of, like, double-edged swords in its stuff. Like, I want to say that doesn't the the item that makes Odin do more damage make him less likely to instantly kill stuff or something like that?
At 9? Oh, I don't know. 9 is one that I kind of smashed through once, and then I never really went back to it. I think I started to play through recently. Although I will say that playthrough recently was probably more because of all the nonsense with magic that was going on. Vivi did nothing wrong. All I'll say.
You know, it's funny because I could understand from a certain point of view making him one of the strongest characters in that set, but he is also one of those characters who technically has the highest damage potential in the game with a lot of build-up, right?
Yeah.
But on a base level, other characters outpace him easily. Like, I would say Steiner is a better damage out, you know, for just constant good damage with less build-up than Vivi is. Not that Vivi's not good. Sorry, what are you saying?
I don't disagree. I mean, that is kind of how Steiner is in paper.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck you, Kame!
So it's just a matter of speed.
That did not hurt. That did not hurt as much as you would expect it to.
Although, you know, sometimes with Magic the Gathering, I think it's interesting some of the ways they represent characters' various strength. Like, I would say the various versions of Cloud have a higher ceiling than Squall, but a lower floor.
Hmm.
Which, something I have to remind myself of when it comes to 8 and its mechanics is the game is kind of, in some ways, it's definitely a post-7 game. Kind of like how both, like, Fallout 2 was a post-Fallout 1 game, and how New Vegas was kind of the Fallout 2 for Fallout 3. Kind of like, how much slower skills raise, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Stats are less, like, unbalanced, but how... Because it's not that it's impossible to do 9,999 damage in Final Fantasy 8, but stuff's kind of more geared around that being like the damage you do if everything's aligned, like if you lowered its defense, if you raised your power, you know what I mean? But like,
Yeah.
you know, at the end of the game with the most powerful weapons, you're probably doing a lot more like 4,000 or 5,000s to the last boss as opposed to constant 9,999s. I mean, it's kind of the way, like I said, the game's set up. There's a lot of, like, if you want to do 9,999, you have to be hitting something with its weakness.
Oh my.
I guess I forgot you're also getting really unlucky with the lightning strikes. I mean, these mystical records are the first enemies that could do so much damage to you without self-destructing, right?
No, I've run into a bunch of stuff that just worked me.
Hit you for like about 100 damage or more?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I think I want to say the moles hit me for that on occasion.
Okay, you're talking about the moles playing rough?
Yeah, well,
Okay, so I'm talking about non-boss monsters, just regular out-in-the-world monsters.
out in the world monsters. Yes. Typically things that, like, stop me, though. Uh, have some sort of self-destruct on them, like the trees.
Uh,
And here is this scene for some reason.
I forgot how little distance you had to go in here. It was just such a short but dangerous gauntlet. So do you think that has world implications, or it's just a matter of his, Oh, hello!
Oh, hey, we got people watching.
Yep.
Let's see here. I should probably make sure Jeff doesn't fucking die. It's kind of my, bam. Yeah, fuck that guy.
Remember, did you say that this is one of those games that if a lot of the difficulty spikes come from not utilizing newly gained stuff, like you can buy big bottle rockets now, so the game basically assumes from this point on Jeff's throwing them out at bosses. That's why some stuff like the Kraken just has so many hit points, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But like, well, you know what I mean? It's like that's kind of a common thing in games. It's like, well, I've been playing this up way to this point. I can't play the whole way, but like, well, no, they introduced like 3 new mechanics here. You need to use.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure. The game absolutely anticipates that you're going to be doing shit with Jeff.
Yeah. Everyone's just back. Yeah. Big battle rockets, they really do their thing.
Yeah, no, I mean, the game was foolish enough to give them to me. I'm going to use them.
Yeah.
But the game's going to be like, oh no, you just thought I was foolish enough to give them to you.
Kind of makes me think of when like a game has encounters that are mostly like 2 or 3 monsters, and you get a couple more people, and it's like now it's like 5 monsters. It's like, yeah, that makes sense.
Man, why does this kid have more money than me?
Because he's willing to kill for it.
Alright, fair enough.
Let me ask you this. I can't remember. I assume not from what I remember, but maybe it does give you a better explanation than I remember. Does it ever explain why there's all these, like, entities who aren't necessarily being controlled by a guy? I guess they just work for him, like aliens, puke, and stuff like that.
Explain it. You think this game at any point tries to explain itself?
No, I was saying I'm pretty sure it does not.
It
I was
does
just making
not.
Sure. Okay.
It does absolutely not, no.
Maybe he just made friends in space when he got banished there. Isn't Gygus just Mewtwo in proto form?
Probably. That makes me wonder what, how much of a hand, Itoi had in making Pokemon.
Huh? Yeah, I forgot she's not in here. She's at the office building, isn't she?
Actually, I don't need to come here. I can go straight to the cafe now.
Oh. Oh yeah, I forgot you had to do that first. You had to get rid of the statue. Better.
Unique service that I've run into at every hotel so far. Man,
Cost by house, huh? Yeah. Chicken Little approach.
do you know what politicians would do to get a 90% approval rating?
We're not allowed to talk about that. We'll get demonetized.
That is true. Oh man. So close to a level. This is one of those games though that it assumes that you bought it at the store brand new. Because how else would you know to walk across town?
What do you mean?
There is nothing that tells you to go to the cafe now.
Ah. Oh, you know, it's funny because that's actually one of the few parts of the game that I, like, didn't get stuck on because it was so suspicious, and that one guy talks about it, I just kept going there. I mean, it's kind of like that chick walking into that building. It's like, ooh, anything.
Yeah.
It's like, what I got stuck on in this part was trying to figure out where the door was for a long time and just get back there before they even let me do it. But also, anytime a game lets me get behind the bar, I go back there. Alright, I didn't realize you were still on jokes. What was the joke about the boy?
There wasn't one. Caffeine buzz. Sure.
Makes me think of the characters destroying their lives with soda and Chrono Trigger. Don't you have to mess with the jukebox first?
Nope. There's a loud noise outside. There's no stadium in town. There we go.
stuff you want to get out of your inventory? You'll like buy a hamburger or something to give him? Maybe a Happy Meal?
Something that'll make him happy.
Do you have like a pamphlet from Happy is?
No. But you did hit me with an idea, and I'm gonna see if that'll work. Okay. Well,
What you looking for?
right now, phone.
Possibly leave it in the other room when you went in there?
Oh, no.
It's coaster.
Apparently. It's hitting me with the...
You just need to talk to everybody looking out at the scene?
No.
I'm gonna say there's some people right now that populate the streets that all they're there for is to tell you to go talk to Evan Dread. This guy. What are you looking for?
Well, the information that I got.
So saying you need something from an earlier time? Yeah, let's go get gold from that guy who was digging gold up today. He's like, oh, all we got was time.
I was trying to be specific about this, but
You just
trying to
said-
be specific about it, the game thinks that I'm talking about a different part of the game, or the internet, the website thinks I'm talking about a different part of the game.
Oh, is it asking? It's like, this is how you talk to Everdred in the place you originally do.
Okay. Oh, it can be anything.
Just anything that you are allowed to take out of your inventory. You're
Yep.
not allowed to take that out of your inventory.
That's what the big holdup was. Man. All I'm saying is if I saw a kid stop a taxi with a baseball bat, I'd steer clear of that kid.
Can you get rid of stuff like that he can fix, or is it after he's fixed it you can't get rid of it? Like, can you get rid of like a broken gun?
No. No one wants to buy it. And...
You got him since, you go buy, like I said, a burger or something.
I'm never gonna use this. Nope. Is that a haiku? Did that follow the correct structure?
I want to like everything before he says this was my final request. I think so. It's what is it? A concept, an action, and then marries the two,
Well,
all within a certain like amount of like.
I was gonna say I thought it was like a syllable count.
Well, that is an important part of it. say all within a doable restriction.
Whatever.
Or sometimes some of the haiku in some of these games gets a little messed up in translation. You might have to, instead of using the button, go in and put the check command so you're not talking.
God forbid we do this the easy way.
I've actually been having a problem with that in Dragon Quest VIII. Because in that, X is interact with stuff, triangle is cancel, right? But circle is also interact with stuff, and it opens the menu. So there's plenty of times when I'm standing near a door that I'm trying to open a menu and I walk through a door.
If I recall correctly, Robopups are pretty fucking dangerous.
Yeah. Not only do they explode, but don't they like spray gas all over you and light it? Like that.
Yes.
I want to say if it exploded, it'd be one of those get through the dialogue as fast as you can so you don't die at things.
I will say this was, aesthetically speaking, one of my favorite parts of this game the first time through.
Oh. He was doing some neat stuff. You know, having some old games have some weird stuff like that. If you remember, there was like a code for like Turok, where it made everything look like this with like neon edges and stuff like that. I remember I opened up in a game that was much later than that, mirrored levels. And I purchased that because I've seen some old games that have mirroring effects on their level stuff, but I was disappointed out, no, it's just reversed levels.
Oh wow. Music reset.
Oh, it's because he did the stop time thing, right?
Oh, well.
Maybe I'm wrong. Trying to minimize your experience here.
There's a lot of enemies to fight here.
Yeah. I'm not saying you shouldn't, I just think if that's what you're going for. Because I know that as much as one might want to explore this place, I know there's maybe a couple items that, like, it's mostly just the neatness of it to explore. There isn't a whole lot to actually do here.
This is a spot that is, I'd say, a little too dangerous to just explore at this point in the game, even if you're appropriately leveled, because, my god, just look at how many fucking people there are.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I want to say the enemies after this point aren't quite as intense as the ones here.
No, the next intense thing you have to fight after this is, the robot.
Hmm. You know that video we watched relatively recently Where it was the guy going through this, like level 1 or whatever. And that was one of the sticking points. I do wonder sometimes how often those kinds of challenges and people playing that kind of challenge enough and be like, well, if I can do this all super low level, that means the game is like monstrously easy when I play it normally, right?
Yeah.
And that's only because you've kind of warped your experience of it. I wonder how much that has to do with like really hard mods, kind of like some of the ones we're seeing. Because like that medieval mod we saw, it almost feels like a response to playing the game in some kind of like minimalist way and being like, how can I replicate that but enjoy the whole game? You know.
Yeah.
Of course, also sometimes there's the
The wrong damn one.
certain amount of like kind of finding out that some games, when you know what to do in them, aren't as hard doing stuff relatively low level. It's like when I recently did the thing where I got to the end of time under level 10, there were a couple boss fights on the way there that I thought would give me more trouble than they did. Probably the most harrowing encounter I had was a random encounter.
If you've been watching me play this, then you know there's been some random encounters that were a lot more threatening than the bosses.
Of course, it's funny because some of my just being played better at that game than I used to be is comes down to doing stuff like holding off your action on the healer character until after you need to do healing, is supposedly, yeah, like being maybe, I don't know if it's more or less reactionary, but doing less stuff around later or whatever. Like the boss in the sewers that can bring your hit points down to 1 hit point. He's not so bad as long as you have someone sitting there ready to heal that afterwards every time. It is funny how I was just thinking some games will, some games won't, and how much of an explanation they give has something to do with it, but like I was just thinking like how if you buy stuff here, you could take it out in the normal world, right?
Yeah.
No, wait, let me get it right. It's kind of like the Many statues, like I wonder if the Many statue is like some kind of physical manifestation of Gygus, if it's something from the first game, like is it his idol essentially? You know what I mean? Like a physical bridge between wherever he is and the place it's at, or is it some other kind of thing? It's God after this point, right? I know you have to fight one in like your subconscious or whatever, but
He pops up again.
okay.
I forgot about the invisible guy.
Oh, that you have to bring with you?
Yeah.
Doesn't he meet all the requirements that that one guy has or whatever? There's somebody who's like, if only there was someone who had like these kinds of teeth and all this other stuff.
Bone his bones. Bone, bone, bone.
Here's to see this guy's browser history.
I'm sure he's already on a watch list.
What was the name of that movie? What was the name of that movie where the kid went to, like the afterlife to meet a dead singer or whatever? It's like an animated movie. It's rather popular. I've never actually seen it, but... You know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
Okay. Like, I want to say, I think he might end up turning into a skeleton slowly over the course of the movie, but I want to say most of the characters are skeletons since it takes place in the land of the dead.
Yeah. Flash beta that I will never fucking use.
That makes people cry, right?
Is that the one that makes people cry, or is that the one that just is random lightning misses?
I think Flash is the one that makes people cry, but I could be wrong. I seem to get the names of some of them mixed up there. So I think you already have the number 2 of the lightning one, but I could be wrong. Sap?
No. Hold up. I have it.
Other.
You alright?
What's B do? Ooh, or even destroy it. Wow. Yeah, oh yeah, it's Paula who has the lightning ability, isn't it? You get the invisible guy?
Oh.
Oh, okay. It's hello and goodbye yourself.
Yeah. Fine, YouTube. We didn't want you watching anyway. Oh no. But couldn't. Well, fine. Cup of life noodles. Come on, cup of life noodles in this box.
You hit somebody really hard and they could be like,
What do I think of that?
"This is the only way to exit to beat the statue?" Hey, you can go for that one. Secret herb. Hey, wait a minute.
Wasn't there earlier?
Hmm? There they are.
Worry about it, my man. Please interfere.
Oh, okay. For some reason I didn't get access to this kind of stuff.
Fuck you, game.
Are they charging you for the invisible guy?
No, they're not.
I was wondering if temporary followers counted for that kind of thing. Which that makes me think of this. I can't think of something off the top of my head that do this, but I know you know what I'm talking about when I say this. Is when a game acts like some NPC is either going to be a permanent party member or the main character, and they're trying to do a rug pull, but mechanically they function like a guest. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, half the fucking story characters in Final Fantasy Tactics.
yeah. Well, it's kind of like how, as much as they make a big deal of it early on, yeah, you're right. That's a good example. It's like, that's how you know you're not going to get, like, Algus and Delita. Because it's like, if I was going to control them, I was going to be controlling them already. These guys are already literally basically my retainers. You know.
Yeah.
Of course, you know, it's interesting because it's trying to emulate Final Fantasy Tactics. 12 has guest characters sometimes. And you will find, and it makes sense, I'm not saying this is a bad idea or anything, but I have definitely found, whatchamacallit, guides and stuff. They're like, the best way to deal with this encounter is do it while you have a guest. Well, I guess that makes sense. Although something interesting about the guests in that, the first time I went through the game, I didn't really utilize the buffing part of the grid, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't really think it was that big of a deal, stuff like that. And when you're set up like that, they'll always seem a little better than you, but if you set yourself up to use it, the bonus part of the grid, they're actually always a little behind you because they don't have any of that stuff. Of course, one of the nice things about guests in 12 is, remember I was talking about in Tactics, when they use items, it's not your items they use. The same is true in 12. So it's fine to, like, rely on, like, Lars throwing high potions on you. Holding a dagger? Or a microphone?
Clearly an Oscar. Yeah.
You know, it's funny because, like, I know this rep gives you the explanation for what was going on. But, they could try to go deeper into what exactly was going on and why things turned out the way they did, but, like, something this game does better than a lot of stuff that tries to use Eldritch Horror is not trying to marry it with physical reality. That makes sense. Like, I guess I'm not trying to argue that the best stuff is unexplained, but when what you're going for is the unexplainable, explaining it kind of is counterintuitive.
Neglected glass.
That makes me think of, do you ever see that? That kind of stuff always makes me think of that episode of Tailspin where, like, there was something Rebecca wanted, like, Blue to mail, and it was important that it got there on a specific time. I don't remember what it was. It was like a winning lottery ticket or something like that. But she's like, if I tell him this is important, he'll mess it up. So she, like, gives them the money to send it, like, super first class or whatever, but like, this is totally irrelevant. Don't worry about all blue. Just do this and go about your day. And he's like, awesome. Alright, kid. We're gonna go send this the cheapest possible snail mail we possibly can and use the rest of the money to go have fun.
I remember that episode when they find out that it has to be there or some shit. And as I recall, they get it there too late, but the guy is just like, well, wait a minute, this stamp's valuable, I'll give you a bunch of money for it.
Yeah, but the whole, you remember the really slow guy that Blue basically had to carry to try to get it there on time? That's what neglected classics would think of.
Jesus Christ.
What is the, I can't remember, what is the word for, the pate? Is that meat mousse?
Yeah.
It is always funny how wording can make something sound particularly gross, but like, that's all they're talking about, really. I mean, you could argue that lard is something equivalent to animal yogurt. There's chilies and stuff. Remember, kids, you go to England. If you want pudding, it's custard. If you try to get pudding, they'll give you fucking bread.
Bastards.
Yep.
Make Jeff relax. Like Jeff's got fucking PP to restore here. Jeff's just over here getting high on fucking butterflies. Okay, that makes me think of like the CBD shit that I have to listen. I've heard about, and people tell like I had someone I was watching something. I was talking about like the medical benefits of CBD. I was like, okay, cool, whatever. And I'm not saying that there aren't medical benefits. That is not my stance on it. I'm sure that there's a lot of good research on it that's peer-reviewed and shit. But people talked about CBD as like, well, it's like the benefits of marijuana without getting high. And then they start talking about how they feel after they take CBD, and I'm like, oh, so you're high.
Yeah.
I just feel calm and relaxed. I was like, yeah, because you're high. Not trying to beef on people with it. It's just like
You know what it makes me
up.
think of? It has to do with like cultural concepts and stuff. It's kind of like
Oh man,
this is similar to the dichotomy between alcohol and weed in the past. How, hey man, I'm not sitting here just getting wasted like you are. I'm drinking.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, well, I guess, and I don't mean that as in someone who's getting super drunk, but like smoking enough weed to get buzzed, drinking enough alcohol to get buzzed used to have very different connotations. So they were worlds apart.
The smiling sphere does that, but I believe he also blows up.
Yeah, now you have to get apple pepper up there. The poison was really piling that
Hey. Nice.
Do both Ness and Pooh get the ability to bring people back to life, or is that a Paula ability?
Yes, they both do. Actually,
What symbol is that? Is that Y? Z? Like Omega?
that is Zeta, yes.
Zeta? Okay. I mean, I forgot this was such an early thing, or you just have to go a little ways in.
Oh, God.
For some reason, I didn't think this is where you had to go into at
I-
this point.
I thought this was something that I could get away. I thought I had another inventory to manage shit with by the time I got here.
Do you have to go all the way in now?
Yep.
Oh, wow. I forgot this is when you had to do it.
Yeah, this is where you get the yogurt machine. I thought this was...
Seems I thought this is where you got the Overcoming Shyness book, but I guess I was wrong.
Ah.
Yeah, there's another shop up over actually by the dig site, right? I think it might have the food you're looking for. Oh, and maybe this she has it. Ah, there you go.
Yes.
You should see if the knife pendant's any good.
Feel like I need this at some point. No. Yeah, I did get that. I'm not checked it.
So it doesn't necessarily have defense. You know, something that's confusing to me over the decades of playing video games is... Wow, never mind. It has lots of fucking defense. It just didn't tell you. But, like, Elden Ring's a good example. How there's, like, leaving stuff or dropping it.
Yeah.
And the different wording different games use for that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
There's some games where literally just discarding it is how you do that.
Yeah.
Of course, it's there's some systems in some Elder Scrolls games that I genuinely wonder what the exact reasoning was. Have you ever, like, been too loaded down to move in, like, Skyrim, and so you throw something onto the ground, and you walk 5 feet, and someone's like, hey, you dropped this. It's like, yeah, on purpose.
Guards get all uppity about it.
Yeah. There's been once or twice when someone has been like, either can I have it or I'm gonna keep it, and either way I'm like, fine, and they're always so surprised that I'm fine with it. It's like, I threw it on the fucking ground, I don't want it anymore. Now, will they stay moved?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't have to do this every time. They just start wandering around the room.
Okay. Picnic lunch.
Oh, that's something I could have gotten off the other guy.
I want to say a surprising amount of the items are found within this place.
There are a few that are here. Ah! I got a wet towel because I needed it.
So, like, if you, I know there's the way that leads to the guy, but what is the, like, other ways lead to? Just treasure? Just nothing? Okay.
This is the most annoying part of the game. Again, this section of the game assumes you bought it brand new and you have the guide sitting next to you. How else are you intended to prepare for this?
There's picnic lunch.
Thought a protein shake was here. Oh. Just a simple flow chart would have been great.
Some stuff like protractors and stuff get stored away, right?
Yep. So we're gonna go get that stuff right now. And I've got to go get the pencil eraser too. Pro tip to people that make game guides for 30 to 40-year-old games. When it comes to stuff like this, simple flowchart. You don't got to give me a dissertation on what I need. Flowchart. Just give me a flowchart.
Maybe we need to start producing some stuff like that. Some things that are missing in various guides, basically.
Or at least simplified things, just like...
Oh yeah, well, somehow, I know that list like you're talking about exists, but let's say we literally made a flowchart and then posted it to game packs.
Yeah.
Okay, flowchart like that would be nice would be for games like Dragon Quest VIII or Final Fantasy IX that have like the mixing items to get other items thing. Kind of what should have you bought before this point to at least minimalistically, like, okay, something that Final Fantasy IX really springs out of you on you out of nowhere while restricting your access to the first town is all the stuff that you can mix together in Limbo. It's like you didn't buy 2 daggers from that place you can't go back to until you have an airship, but you can't make this double blade. I'm kind of like, I'll just use Final Fantasy IX as an example again. Kind of win some of the earliest times you can get some of the blue magic is. Like you can get a self-destruct pretty early in the game, but if you miss it at your early chance, you can't really get it again until like Volcano, basically.
Man, where'd he come from?
Do you, if you don't have the money to just run off and put it back in storage?
If you do not have the fee on you when he picks up or drops off, he's just like, oh, later.
Oh, okay.
This game really wanted to prove how Japanese it was on me. Be like, you don't have your fee? Well, fuck you, I'm breaking your stuff.
Oh. Oh, it's kind of what I was asking. Do you lose the items? Or?
No. But it's like, oh, well, let me know when you get it.
Yeah. Let me get my protein shakes.
I have to go back to Foreside.
Something I can't remember is, do you need the pencil eraser because they want it, or you need to erase a pencil in there?
You have to erase pencil. You never get rid of the pencil eraser.
I thought it was an evergreen item where that pencil show up all the way through the game.
So I think this is the... No, this is not the last pencil that shows up.
I see there's one over by where Jeff came from still.
And after that... Well, that's just a shortcut.
Yeah.
But after that one, you need the eraser.
Ah. You know, I would say some stuff this game does to subvert expectations is a better way to do it than a lot of stuff you see nowadays. And I partially say that because too often subverting expectations is just trying to be random and chaotic, not like, let's take what you expect and not do it. And what I was thinking of is this is how often, like, I think of the first time you came across a pencil in this.
Mm-hmm.
How it's like, what the fuck am I going to do about this? Oh, nothing apparently. The game got me covered. I know you kind of have to go get it and utilize it, but you know what I mean, like, you know, it's like there is no search. Although, you know, I am curious of what happens at that point if you've not talked to him at all. Like, will he call you out of nowhere? So then you have to go talk to him, find it, he'll call you?
You do have to talk to him, and as soon as you leave, a quick countdown will start. And then once that countdown ends, I think it's only like a few seconds, he'll call you and he'll be like, hey, thanks to your investment, I did this. And then that's when the delivery guy rolls up on you.
Okay.
It's fucking Darcy from fucking Peanuts.
You know the concept, apples to oranges, all that stuff. I assume that's what their whole thing is a play on, the comparison of things or whatever. Do you even know what the root of that is, where that all comes from?
I'm
not saying like I do, I'm just more like, if you know, tell me.
No, I have not looked into the origins of the phrase comparing apples to oranges.
Okay. I feel like it's one of those things that's referenced often enough that it maybe has some, I don't want to say deep meaning, but more of a meaning than no meaning. That I guess basically the only meaning I see in it is the idea of comparing two things that are both very similar and incredibly different. But yeah, I feel like all analogies come from somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, like even something like, there's a bear shit in the woods, comes from somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, at least in the logic of, yes, bears do indeed generally poop in the forest. I'm just giving it to you.
The case.
Oh.
Oh no! Yeah, that's fine.
So we'll see it. Yeah. Oh. As far as you know, how much creative control did he have over, like, the look and, like, stuff like that?
Oh, Clerks cartoon. So, he had quite a bit.
Okay.
They went through actually a couple of different character designs. Because before they did the cartoon, they did a comic book. And they wanted to use those designs for the show.
Okay. Okay.
But they ended up going with something a little more simpler, because that was easier to animate.
Well, I can understand that in the design of these characters, but there's definitely some choices that I'm like, what did he mean by this with these characters that are so central to his fiction? Because, okay, like, I know you could say some of it maybe is just the simple nature, but, like, is it needed everything down to his cut? Look at Bob there. He seems too clean, if that makes any sense.
Well, you have to remember, this was sold to ABC.
Ah, okay. But, I mean that almost in every sense, though, being too clean. You know what I mean? Like,
So if you watch the commentary, or if you listen to the commentary,
okay.
for that, throughout the whole first episode, they don't talk about the episode at all. They just talk about what it took them to sell the show to ABC, and kind of like what production was like on the show.
Well, I understand our culture enough to know why this was a harder sell to a network as a cartoon than RoboCop was, because they do more questionable stuff according to society in this.
Apparently, one of the hardest pills to swallow for Kevin Smith was that they couldn't be drug dealers anymore.
Well, there you go. That's okay.
And they kept getting, like, notes on what they could do and what they couldn't do. And Kevin and his lifelong producer, Scott Mosier, I think managed to corner one of their attorneys or something in a elevator at ABC, and they were like, so why did ABC buy our show if they just won't let us, make our show?
Yeah.
And apparently the lawyer said, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know why they bought your show.
Yeah. Well, because like you said, they're not being allowed to be drug dealers. It's like, that's their thing.
Yeah.
That's the kind of guy. That's the only reason they're part of the convenience store environment.
Yeah.
They're, I mean, it's funny because there's two sides to that. One is that, convenience stores are kind of shady places. Also, it's like, this is somehow the nicest neighborhood in Jersey where these are the, like, dangerous drug dealers. Because, Jay's a little dangerous. But he's not dangerous, you know what I mean?
Kevin has talked about that in a number of his, Q&As. He's like, Jay is a very fine line to walk between innocent and offensive.
Yeah. Well, because if you think about it, especially in his earlier iterations, think of the look he'd give people that, like, is this guy gonna kick my ass or is he just gonna take my money? It's easy when you're more of an adult than the characters in that, just from living, to see them all as kids, but when Jay's older than you, he can be scary. person that makes me think of. And if you think about it, he usually has like Silent Bob standing behind you, giving the stink eye. Yeah. Well, no, think about when Jay's all be like, "Wow," to somebody, and he's like, you know, which it's easy to laugh at. It is silly, It's like these just silly kids trying to act tough, but like, I don't know, that's being tough. I mean, it's funny because you're talking about to be a drug dealer. It's like, that's why Randall hates them and doesn't want them outside of the store. You know what I mean? It's easy to say, why is he so hard on him? Why is he always trying to kick him out or call the cops on him? It's like, because they're selling drugs in front of his fucking store. You know? Like... What did, like, I remember this cartoon vaguely. I have to say I was not sober when I watched it, but like, it's mostly about Dante, right?
Yeah. I do not have a hamburger. Man.
Was there a vendor over by the hole? I guess not the hole, but the mine.
I don't know if it's still there.
Oh, okay. People aren't gathered around it.
Yeah, but it was mostly a vendor to deal with the stuff that you had to deal with down in the...
Oh, was it like antidotes and crap?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think there was some food on there too. I don't remember exactly what all they had, but I remember they sold like wet towels and shit.
Okay. So I was thinking of the guy who had like a hot dog stand out there, but I bet he sold
That's who was selling that stuff.
Ah, okay. Oh yeah, I forgot the only guy in the building is the inn.
Yeah.
I tend to think of it like you buy stuff from him for some reason. I don't know why.
Yes. And damn it.
Hmm? What do they want?
They want a fresh egg.
Oh, did it hatch?
Yep.
I was, it's funny because I was like, what you could do is you could buy one, instantly put it in Escargot Express. They can't get here. Can they if they don't have the Jack Pick jam? Okay. So you're gonna have to buy like 3 skip sandwiches to make it over here?
Something like that.
What is the best route over here from there?
God, I don't know. I would just have to hope that it's... Well, you know what? I got that egg in this cave.
Oh.
So I do not know.
Wait, what are you doing that you're receiving a king banana?
We're not filming that part.
What does it tell you about the king banana? I assume it's just something to give to them, but...
Yeah, I've never looked. King-size banana, not edible.
Now I'm intrigued to shoot nature even more.
I don't think I need 2 of them. Men came in. I don't need that. Ah,
Is this the end? Is this the final fuck you?
yep.
I can 100% picture coming into this room without it. I'm like, that's gonna require a phone call.
I will just say my first time through this game. This was a thing for me.
You know, it's funny because something about the nature of this cave, I think it's the whole how it goes, how there's a lot of splitting paths that are very obvious split paths, right?
Yeah.
And, oh, I think this, like in, Majora's Mask, one of the, like buildings is playing. I think it's a Majora's Mask. I might be wrong. It might be one of the other games, but I think it's Majora's Mask. One of the like kind of like the shooting gallery stuff like that. I don't want to call them games, but I guess activities to do in town is a pick from 2 doors until you hit a wall, and whatever chest is there is what you get, or whatever, right? Something like that.
Okay.
And the heart piece is at the very back. So the actual percent chance of getting it, because I remember calculating it as a kid, and it's like, you know, like 1.5% or something, because, you know, it's 100 divided and then 50 divided and on and on and on until you get to the back. But you can cheese that game really hard with the truth or glass or whatever, you know, that the truth lens or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Because it'll just show you what's behind the doors and if it keeps going. And I remember when I I think I got the truth lens before I had found that game to even do in the first place. And I questioned kind of, should I do it or not? Should I use this to win it? But then, like I said, I calculated the percents and I was like, I think that's how you're supposed to do it. You know, that they want you to get that item that way. It's kind of one of those, I know this isn't always true, but I guess what was in the other box?
Brain food lunch.
Okay. So did they give you the yogurt machine?
Nah, that's what I'm about to get from him.
It's called the necessary gamepad. the only time you need to come down here?
No. You come back later, I think. Oh no, you get it now.
So it's part of the reason they had all of this, and where it is so that you'd want to get out of here as soon as possible, and they'd have a wide range, a wide area to run in.
It's possible. Was... Oh, I ate them. I didn't know I needed another one. Fuck.
What's in that box? And the other one, I guess your stuff's full, so you can't tell. There's an open button. I forgot you could check in this kind of like you can in Parasite Eve. I was thinking, what do games usually do? It's just like, oh yeah, games usually have your stuff dump into an inventory that can hold like 999 of it.
Yeah. Huh. I hate when I get caught on just like random stuff.
Yeah. Actually think of a meme I saw recently where it was showing this part of someone's shirt, like lip down here, getting caught. It was, I think it was that getting caught in like a door handle, and it's like 60% increased chance to happen when you're already angry.
Why, Mole? Why? Mole, no. Mole, yes.
I really tested the limits of where I could do that. I don't remember so well now, but I remember before just being like, you know, where can I be like, and you'd be surprised some of the places you can get away with it. Okay, now here's a question for you. How much does it cost to cast? It's always an important aspect of, okay, too. You know, game economy is, how much does it cost to teleport? The reason I thought you guys are gonna... Would you smack into the tunnel, or would you just go to the next screen?
What do you mean?
Okay, like if you had kept walking left or right at that point, you would have eventually hit the tunnel and started going into it, right? But if you were trying to teleport, would you go boom?
Yes.
Okay.
Because you hit a barrier.
Okay. That's what I thought would happen. I just was like, you know, I don't know. I have to say that, like, there's some parts of this part of the game I just didn't remember that's what you did. Like, I'd say I really didn't remember you had to go do that now.
I thought that was later too. I just remember that I was just hoping that it would happen as late as possible because I hate that part of the game.
I guess, is it technically something that once you got here, you basically had access to all the stuff that if you had avoided losing Paula, you could have gone back and done it then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Alright. Yeah, she really could have, like, simplified the script by now.
What is it in foresight you need for them? Or do you think you could have got away with just being as far as 3?
You mean how far could I have gone into the game with that Escargot Express?
No, no, no. How far, like, what is the point you need to reach before you have access to everything you need for the Monkey Cave? What is the earliest you can get that done? I don't mean, like...
The earliest you can buy protein drinks is 4 side.
Okay. That was my question. I didn't know what it would be, but I figured there was something you needed here.
Yes, and of all things, it's protein drink.
So,
and well, I guess technically, up until you're in that cave, because to get to Talirama, you need the King Banana, which is only in that cave.
Ah.
So, there's that as well. Let's see here. We're gonna do the HP sucker too, because when I used it, it didn't work out all that great, so... Not that Jeff's inventions suck, but, some of Jeff's inventions suck.
Game balance does often get in the way of functional tools.
This is true. I do like that we're haggling over the return policy.
Mm.
We're gonna get rid of those two. Well, no, the defense spray is a one-time use thing. But the slime generator, I don't think it is. But I need to free up some space, because I need to buy more bottle rockets. Ooh, no, I need that for this fight. I was about to give up the Rust Promoter, but I need that for this fight.
Oh. You know, I was thinking that, you know, I have a feeling butterflies go a long way to not letting you soft lock yourself. Because I was thinking about, like, let's say you put away the ATM card, because I know you can do that.
Yeah. And then you run out of money.
Well, yeah, well, the only problem with running out of money would be not being able to teleport somewhere where you can make a free call. Or not necessarily make a free call, also maybe walk back home. Because if you could teleport and then you can walk back home, you can get anything out of storage for free.
It's true, it's true.
But butterflies let you have no money and still endlessly teleport. Ooh.
No, I think we're good with 4. pink.
Go to 4 what? Oh, big bottle rockets?
Yeah, I think 4 will be enough. It was enough for the spook. Okay.
You know, I know some of it has to do with how prepared one is or isn't. The spook comes before Moonside, but like, I've had levels where he gave me more trouble.
Yeah. He has a lot of status effect stuff if you let him get it off.
Okay. I couldn't remember why he gave us so trouble, but I remember him doing it. So, yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
I just want to point out that Ness has enough money in his bank account to buy a house during the time that this game takes place. Or at least put down a really nice down payment on one.
If you really want to like appreciate inflation, watch some old TV car commercials from back then and just see the difference.
My God. I need someone to explain the market forces of fucking vehicles to me, because why is it there are more cars in America than there are people that could possibly drive them at any given time, yet they still, in some cases, cost more than a house? Only you may go up. That's cool. If my friend with glasses comes with me. This isn't the one that I've got a... Nah, this isn't the one.
Oh, this isn't like the little robot or whatever?
Yeah.
That one's a bit more like a Peanuts character looking.
Yeah. Well, I was sitting there trying to remember, like, wait, because I thought he was like, he ran up and talked to me and shit, so... I'm trying to remember if there's anything in these rooms. I think there might be something. I might as well go back and look.
Alright, this is just not enough there.
Okay. Ugh. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I should have put it to the thing first.
Oh man. Ah, I was worried that was gonna be red. Oh shit, I forgot to heal Jeff. Fuck.
I needed to relight it, but I think I got rid of that area.
Oh, okay.
I let it get worse. Wow. A good experience. But I want to say these robots can technically be dangerous, and that's kind of a sign you're a little too low level, but like, I think they're mostly are here to give you a false sense of security. Be like, man, I'm beating these robots up.
No, I'm very aware I need to save my resources.
Yeah. Oh. They really thought we'd. I guess we do with Roombas and stuff, although not as much as people thought. But they really thought we'd have something along like the lines of this, didn't they? Basically, Roomba with the torso.
Yeah. I
Which I do kind of wonder, like, let's say there was an office assistant robot that went around to help you do like paperwork, stuff like that. Could you see there being a chance? I'm not saying it wouldn't have any like other body for certain purposes or like on-screen avatars that look different, but it basically being a Roomba that could go around and like Bluetooth connect computers to interact with them and type and stuff. You know, basically it's just sitting under the desk in its cubicle. Or it comes out, if you want it to come over and do some stuff for you while you're walking over there and doing this, it just comes over near your station, it's doing it until you come back.
So we skipped that.
Uh,
We call that ChatGPT now.
Yeah, but like, no, I know what you mean. There's a lot of technologies like that that are like that, but I think the advantage of what I'm talking about is it wouldn't be outsourcing your intelligence to another company and keeping it in-house.
Yeah, but
No, I know that's not how things play out. Because you're right. The truth of, like, robots being all the people who are in an office, that means just all the offices are hooked up to GPT and pre-programmed to ask them questions to have them do the work. Except for what'll actually end up doing it. Maybe it'll be ChatGPT, but I feel like it'll be some company that iterates on all the other stuff that's come around before it, and it's like, well, here's the version that can actually do it competently. And everyone else will be like, damn it. But I mean some, like, yet to be seen company or something.
here's what I'll say. ChatGPT is already at a point, and I'm not keeping that.
Oh, okay.
ChatGPT is at a point where lawyers are trying to get it past judges.
There we go. Yeah, it's also trying to trick you into thinking this is the least competent one yet.
Well,
I think those are both saving throws made.
Oh man,
You're saved for this, right?
at the bottom. Man. Oh no! Yes. Shit.
That is the rub of this fight, is that sure, you can literally have a fight against him where he does nothing and you just beat him to death. He can also take you out at any time.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I mean, it's only your level of grinding that's made some of those not just wipe us out. He just did like 300 damage to you there.
Shit. Shit.
I would load. That's a lot of money you have on you.
No, it's not.
You don't have like about 14,000 on you or whatever? Oh,
No.
okay.
I probably lost $2,000 there.
Ah, okay, never mind then. The rate you're making it now, it's nothing.
Yeah, that's, you know. Oh no, I lost $2,000.
Mrs. Problem's our first goal to spell. You're gonna have to go to like a hotel or a hospital or something.
Yeah. My god. You have to go through the fucking... It's this way though, isn't it?
That's what I was going to say. It might be easier to load.
Nah, it's right here.
Spital.
$150 for healthcare. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, things were so cheap back then. You either need to hit the hotel or a butterfly. Well, it's America. It always costs more. Ooh. The restriction of the many statues seems to have effect. Gabe's like, he's definitely dead.
He definitely is. Wink. You know what would have saved so much time in playthroughs of this game? Having phones in hospitals.
Ah.
You could save at a hospital, go to the dungeon. If the dungeon doesn't go well, spawn at the hospital.
I mean, I think that not being true is intentional. 'Cause
Yeah.
I literally think the way they set it up, I think, okay, putting you back in the world with your stuff, but not recovering you at all. None of your people brought back to life. Stat effects, not getting rid of.
Yeah.
That's no. Go back and fix that, or you can keep going, can't you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at this. Like, face the
Well,
dungeon.
You don't have to save now. I mean, what do you gain from saving now?
Nothing actually. Well, continue. It would start me there. So.
Well, this is where you're starting anyway, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, but it saved a bunch of time. Oh well.
What is the closest building to the hospital in this town that you can save in?
This building.
Ah, okay.
Because the department store is on the other side.
It's the hotel that's far away.
Yeah. So I guess what I could have done is gone to the mall and spent a bunch of money on like food and drinks, or I could have just walked across town. I walked across town.
Oh yeah, something I meant to ask you earlier. Protein shake. That I guess this is an advantage. All this stuff's already done. I forgot it keeps progress like from soft style. But protein drinks. Do they heal magic points?
No, I think they just... I don't know. Maybe they do.
I only ask because the name would make it sound like maybe it actually heals hit points, but usually they heal magic points, right? Drinks.
Yeah.
What do you think about when games do stuff like this, where there's like 3 to 5 different versions of some of the top end, like one-use items?
Drives me nuts.
I have questions, but we shouldn't go into that.
You know what? I think I needed the trout flavored yogurt. Like, I don't think it triggers the thing until I have it.
Oh. You don't have to use it, do you? You just have to have it. Do you use it?
I don't remember. Well,
I guess that would help. Can you make more in battle?
I think did not work means he's immune.
Oh, okay. I thought I've seen that happen with stuff that's not necessarily immune, but I bet you're right. Is it that, or I forgot he has a psychic shield? How do you get rid of psychic shields?
You keep blasting him with magic, but
Okay.
he doesn't put one up to begin with.
But remember, you did blast him with magic in one of the fights, and his psychic shield protected him.
Yeah, but I think that's the message it kicks out whenever it's immune.
Ah, okay. Okay, okay.
I think you just have to straight blast on him.
They force his dodge chance to be relevant.
Yeah. Oof. Nice. Yes.
Oh.
Ah, man.
This can be a... Ah, there you go.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh. That's a lot of experience Paula didn't get. Oh, baby. Oh, wow. 2 in a row. Hey. Ooh. No, that was not a very good hit point right so. Hey, this is... So yeah, you didn't hear that one guy's not here.
There's technically 5 of them here.
Yeah, but...
No, you're right. Like, well, I'm missing. What the fuck's going on here?
that he... used to be buff or something. a secret door on the wall?
Yep.
Okay. So I forgot all about that.
Yeah, that's how you get up to the helicopter.
Ah.
Don't tell them about the thing that I don't want them to know about.
Yeah.
Here's the thing I don't want them to know about. It's starting to make a lot of sense how this ancient evil is stopped by children.
Yeah.
Nope. Oh my.
The photo appearance you are going to be age man.
There should be one walking into the building, though.
You know, it's funny because one of the first times I had access enough to this game to make a good run at it, I was also playing Vice City at the same time. So this was happening in both games.
Hmm.
You know, it made me have to think about that. You have to push a button to answer else.
Not behind her.
It's one of the ways you, that's how you get it there. You buy a boiled egg, and then right outside of the right next to the monkey, you turn it into a fresh egg.
Hmm.
You know, they're, despite of their car, the example of kind of one of the lost arts of sprite work is maintaining the same size and shape and space that it takes up from different angles.
Hmm.
Basically, you know, not just being a kind of semi-abstract cutout, actually, you know, having the width it's supposed to have when it's to the side as opposed to just being the side of it moving around.
Just a reminder, you forgot that present.
Yep. Oh, there's one too. And much of the greater desert you've even messed around with going into, have you?
Not really.
And I know that in a lot of ways there's kind of nothing out there.
Ah, monkey sex. But you're still hungry.
I was thinking of a difference in this game and that game is that you don't all get into it.
Hmm.
You know, and I mean, both on the level of, like, it's kind of silly that you all pile into the machine, but also there's just no animation for it at all in this.
Yeah.
He's so secretive. If I remember, those are some pretty high-end bears, right? It's definitely a place you're supposed to come back to a few times. Are you weak to fire?
So far he is.
Okay.
Try freeze. If that does any better. It does.
I think it's partially just because it's a stronger level spell. I don't think fire would usually be that close to it. You know.
God damn it. Ah,
Hey, cool.
fuck.
Make sure you get rid of that poison now. Ooh. It's like twice as much as you got for the robot.
Yeah.
Alright. Ooh. Rainy what?
Circle.
Ah.
I missed one.
I was gonna ask you. Where have you not been to? Did you get the one behind Puke?
I must not have.
Or Belch, that's its name.
Damn. There we go. Oh, suddenly the cavemen now want a piece of me. Man, that is no good. Those are really no good.
Even when you were soloing these guys, Jeff. Although, wasn't it a matter of getting your, like, speed to a certain point where they just couldn't hit you anymore?
Yeah.
Of course, they weren't doing this when you were doing that.
I don't believe so. If they started hitting me with that, I probably would have ran, because it's like, man, I don't have all day.
Yeah.
Man, there is nothing left of that.
Something being like, no, you're not using that again. Coming back here is not the next thing ever.
This is where you pick up food, though.
Yeah.
So, yay.
There's one of those, like, trippy coffee breaks here, right? Except for it's when you, like, eat that chick's ice cream at her stand or whatever.
Magic cake.
Ah, that's it.
What?
Yeah, that sign really snuck up on you. It used camouflage. 'Cause it didn't wait till you passed it, then it came for you. Have you noticed the car wasn't driving around like it was trying to come after you when you were just walking around? I'm not saying it wouldn't have turned and come after you, but like, they're getting sneaky on you.
PSI Thunder.
Ah.
Fuck me. Meanwhile, Ness is asleep through all of this.
Yeah. He's like, oh, Paula's dead. Okay, let's go to the hospital.
Oh.
So if they take a picture like this, when it comes to the end, will it just be like Ness and Jeff, or
No.
it's gonna totally ignore whatever's going on?
Yep.
Okay.
So it'll be Ness, Jeff, and the Paula outline.
Oh, so it will be that? Oh, okay. You remember that time she was dead?
Sorry, I thought you were asking if it would, like, edit her out.
Notice she doesn't look happy about it.
You can see how ecstatic Jeff is.
Yeah. Oh, okay, but... I guess she's smiling there, though, isn't she?
I mean, wherever she is, she's probably hopped up on a lot of drugs.
I think there's a museum here, too. Jump by road signs. Yeah, notice once again, it waited for you to pass, then it jumped you.
Why? For how much trouble those things are, they are not fucking worth it.
Did it drop something good? Yeah, spaced out. Do they not even give good experience or anything?
They give 1800 experience to me and Jeff.
Ah. See, that's a mystic ability. Right there.
Yeah, but... Okay, I'm paralyzed, right?
Uh-huh. Oh, you're moving really slow.
Yeah, I was gonna say, watch his walk animation.
What was the game where if you were paralyzed and you were the party leader, you were just walking around like standing there? Not like moving, but you would be just sliding around.
So when
kind of does that. Oh, well, oh.
When you become diamond, that's exactly what it is.
Okay, okay. How much do you charge you for that?
You know what? I did not even pay attention.
Yeah, I know you have enough money. It's not really a concern at this point.
Took me forever to figure out that that was supposed to be a cat. Wait a minute.
Hmm? Wait. Didn't you already buy those?
Oh. Okay, okay, yeah.
There was a
yeah,
lot of
because that's
times
why
you
it
sat and
didn't
were
flash.
like, I have money.
one of the few times I opened the old wallet.
Yeah. I know you found one of them, like the dungeon guy's dungeon or something. Yeah, it's funny because I never used the hint guy because I was paranoid the game would penalize me in some way for doing so.
Yes, you have to pay him.
Well, I meant more some like long-term, like, something.
Yeah.
I have to look at the thing that says what it is and see what it is, right?
Okay, I think I need food for that.
It's something that you find in his area and he brings with him.
Yeah, I think so. I think he brings some shit with him. And the guy's just like, oh my fucking god! Why do children have this? Wow. You know, for once I can't just say money.
Yeah.
I did not grind enough before coming here. Geez, just when you think you've done enough, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Can you look at the description of those items without buying them?
Probably.
Okay, so 16 more.
I did not grab as much as I thought I did.
But you grabbed 30,000.
Yes. Man, I cannot tell you how many red flags that would set off.
Especially if it was all dumped right into the store.
Yeah.
It's like, guys, at least don't have a kid do it. Come on. Did you buy a
Platinum bracelet. I can buy a diamond bracelet,
yeah.
but
I know, it's just 3,000 makes a big difference. Even 10 is a big enough difference to be like, make a difference. You deal with the super plush bear, is it just an expensive teddy bear?
it's an expensive teddy bear.
Okay, no more hit points anyway?
No, it has more hit points.
Ah, okay. You have that already? Just fine fan. I believe you didn't, but like.
Fuck it, I might as well.
So what does a lucky coin do? I know you can just go buy more coins of defense, but okay, but the coin of defense also like protect you from certain status effects, right?
Yeah, I think it did. Oh my god, no. Got enough out of me, man.
I'm not saying by any means you shouldn't have made the change. I'm just curious what the lucky one does. Like, does it give you more money or something? Oh yeah, of course it raises your luck. So, like, I wonder how by much. By how much? Like, what is Ness's luck right now with it all?
Let's see here. Nez have a complete meltdown on these people. Maybe it's because the fate of the world is at stake. Yeah, there we go. Nope. There.
Is this what you're looking for?
No? I thought there was someone you talked to on the beach about getting into Club Stone.
Oh.
So I think that's where I gotta go next. And then that's where I meet the girl that's like, hey, eat my cake, and then you eat her cake, and then you get poo, and then you bring poo back.
I thought that happened out on the beach itself, or do you mean you meet her in there and come out here and do it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because there's like an empty cart. No. Talk to someone here.
What happened when you tried to go into Club Stone?
It tells me this is not the Stoic Club. Get going.
That's fast.
Yes. Iced coffee.
So, oh, okay. Man, there's a lot of pictures here.
To be fair, it is a resort.
Yeah.
Oh, I already talked to her. Damnation. What an odd statement to make.
Nope.
Cup of coffee. She's got a cart. Right here.
Okay. Can you leave town yet? To the right?
Yeah, I can teleport.
No, I meant like, can you like just go
Oh.
to the right and go to the next door? I'm not saying to do that, I just can't even do that yet.
No. Because I think he's usually... We'll check. This is the guy you talked to.
Yeah, well, no, they were saying there was some town over there, right? There, is this the port town?
This is it.
Ah, okay. What do you hit? Do you hit a wall or something?
Yeah, well, you hit houses. He's a grave robber. I'm a home invader.
You talked to the other dude down there?
Not yet. Ah.
Oh, there you go. You know, I was thinking about how you were canonically part of this and how it might relate to characters not talking when you're controlling them. Because you don't kind of like the idea that only when you go back to controlling Ness is Jeff again. That's why he introduces himself to you at that point, not Ness.
It's not like I've not announced what my name is. You know, when this whole stream started.
I wonder if you get a different reaction whenever, after you've beaten the Kraken from that door you knocked down.
Okay, game, I get it. Nudge, nudge. I did not mean to hit that walking by him.
I used to think of some of those old RPGs where, like, the way that there was no talk button, talking was bumping into somebody, which could get kind of annoying in some situations. Because, you know, thinking of Silent Protagonist made me think of one of the ways about Dragon Quest VIII is there's plenty of scenes where it shows your character talking to people and stuff. Like, he'll be sitting there talking to Yangus, just, you know, like his mouth's moving, he's waving his hands and stuff. Like Jessica's walking around or something, or like he'll, you know, talk to the king and he'll be like, what happened? They'll show him, you know, like, you know, talking and stuff. And it's like, this is kind of a weird aspect of the game. It's like, you know, he talks a lot, but he never talks.
I mean, I can. I don't know. Oh. I hadn't noticed immediately that he turned around. Yeah, there we go.
Remember, kids, special cake is sometimes special cake. I forgot that the whoa is just a reaction to whatever's in the chest, isn't it?
Yep. Oh, yeah. Actually, you know what? We are gonna kill it here.
Oh, okay.
We've been going for a while. It's a good jumping off place for the next time to start.
Yeah.
I'll probably be playing Warcraft this week.
Okay. Try to keep whatchamacallit to a time period when it doesn't kick pets. So.
Oh well, I'll be on YouTube. You'll be on Twitch. So
Oh,
stuff's
okay.
happenings on both sides. If you don't like what I'm doing, check out what Nerd Leader's doing on Twitch. And if you don't like what Nerd Leader's doing on Twitch, check me out on YouTube and subscribe to both. Follow us both. Yeah. Check out Twitch for stretch goals because we open magic packs too.
Yeah.
I will say this: Spider-Man set is like within striking distance of buying a box of.
Oh.
So that might be happening in near-ish future. I'm not sure. We'll have to check the finances.
Yeah.
yeah, I'll be back next week with more Earthbound. So, yeah. This is John.
Isn't there a leader?
Catch you guys later.